Hi, I'm Joseph Hoffman, and in this lesson we're going to learn how to identify the minor seventh and the major seventh, both by sight and by sound. Let's come to the piano to get started. In the past, I've talked about how some intervals are what we call consonant intervals. A consonant interval has a certain peaceful, harmonious sound. For example, this perfect fifth and the major sixth. Notice the natural pleasantness of consonant intervals. We also have many dissonant intervals, like the minor second and the augmented fourth, which you'll notice can help create musical tension. The minor and major seventh are both considered dissonant intervals. Listen to this tanginess of the minor seventh. The major seventh has even more tension. As an example of how a songwriter can use sevenths to communicate that kind of tension, in this case in the form of heartbreak, listen to all these minor sevenths in The Winner Takes It All by ABBA.
The winner takes it all, the loser standing small beside the victory, that's her destiny.
Let's take a closer look at how to identify a minor seventh. Technically, a minor seventh can be identified by knowing that the two pitches are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 half steps apart. But who wants to count 10 half steps? Here's a shortcut. You can much more quickly identify the minor seventh by going a full octave, like from C to C, and then just going down a whole step or 2 half steps. That gives you a minor seventh. Let's practice. If I start on this E, can you find a minor seventh above? Pause if you'd like some time to figure it out, otherwise I'll walk you through it. The shortcut I taught you is find a full octave, so we'll go from E to E and then just down a whole step, which is the distance of 2 half steps. So this is a minor seventh. Here's another one. Can you find a minor seventh above this? Pause if you'd like some time to work on it on your own, otherwise I'll walk you through. Find an octave and then just down a whole step. A whole step is the distance of 2 half steps, so this would be a minor seventh. What about this D flat here? Can you find a minor seventh above? Pause if you need more time. We're going to take a full octave and then just go down a whole step. To here, this is a minor seventh, but let's think about what we would call this. If we called this a D flat, then even though this looks like a B, we're going to call it a C flat, because to be a seventh, we need to go the distance of 7 letters. D, E, F, G, A, B, C. We need to go all the way to C, and we're going to flat that C to make it a minor seventh. We can use this same trick for going down. What if we wanted a minor seventh below this D? Can you find it? We would go a full octave and then just up a whole step now. And this from D to E would be a minor seventh. One more. What about a minor seventh below this C sharp? We'd go the full octave, then up a whole step. Now, question for you, would we call this E flat or D sharp? Because this is a C sharp, and we went down to this C, we want to go up 1 letter to D. D sharp to C sharp is the distance of 7 letters, so we know the correct way to call this would be D sharp to C sharp. Now, a major seventh is 1 half step wider than a minor. Here is our minor seventh. So a major seventh is the distance of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 half steps. But just like with the minor seventh, the fastest way to find or identify a major seventh is going to be to go the full octave and then just find the nearest note 1 half step below, and that will be your major seventh. So pretty simple. Just find the full octave minus a half step, there's a major seventh. So let's practice. If I wanted to start on this A flat, can you find a major seventh? Just go the full octave minus a half step. Here is our major seventh. How about right here? Find a major seventh above. From F sharp to full octave minus a half step would put us here. And again, if I want to write this on the staff, if this is F sharp, what would I need to call this? Not an F, because we don't want F to F. That's the distance of 8 notes. We'd want to call it an E sharp to truly be a major seventh, spelled correctly. Now let's try going down. Can you find a major seventh below this F? Point to it. If you're pointing right here, you're correct. Just go the full octave plus a half step. And what would we call this? Would we call it F sharp? If I'm calling this an F, should I call this F sharp or G flat? If you said G flat, you're correct. We want it to be the distance of 7 letters. Then we have to flat it to make it a major seventh. So G flat to F. One more. What is a major seventh below this E? If you're pointing here, you are correct. And what would we call this? If this is an E, we would need to call this F, not an E sharp, because we don't want E to E. We want the distance of 7 letters, and we already have what we need just using F to E. Now let's practice recognizing major and minor sevenths by ear. I find it can be helpful to have a reference melody. For example, to recognize the minor seventh, you can use The Winner Takes It All, which we listened to earlier. There's our minor seventh. Another option is the opening of Somewhere from West Side Story.
There's a place for us.
There's a place for us. You see that? Minor seventh right there from B to A. To recognize a major seventh, you can think about this classic moment in the chorus of the pop hit, Take On Me. So we've got that Take On Me, that major seventh sound. Now, instead of using a reference song, you can also simply keep in mind what an octave sounds like, and then ask yourself, is this a half step away from an octave? That's a major seventh. And notice how that note really wants to bring us to the octave. It's called a tendency tone, when it just really wants to resolve that tension. Remember, part of the purpose of dissonance is to create tension that wants to resolve itself to a more consonant interval. And that's why the major seventh often goes up a half step to bring us to that octave. Also, minor sevenths are much more likely to step down. It's a tendency tone that wants to go down. Winner takes it all. Notice that's how the melody in the ABBA song goes. It wants to step down. So you could ask yourself, does this want to step down, or does it sound like it wants to step up? That's another clue for whether it's a minor seventh or a major seventh. Finally, to most people, the major seventh simply sounds spicier and more dissonant than the minor seventh, which, yes, has some spice to it, but just not quite as spicy as that. Okay, let's try today's listening challenge. I will play some intervals without you being able to see what I play, and you try and say whether you are hearing a major seventh or a minor seventh. Here's the first one. What did you hear? If you said major seventh, you're correct. I played B flat to A. Here's the next one. What did you hear? If you said minor seventh, you're correct. I played D to C, and you might have noticed that sounds like there's a place for us, or the winner takes it all. Here's the next one. What did you hear? If you said minor seventh, you're correct. The winner takes it all. Here's the next one. What did you hear? If you said major seventh, you're correct. Take on me. You might have noticed that it wants to go up that half step there to get to the octave. So A to G sharp is a major seventh. Next one. What did you hear? If you said minor seventh, you are correct. I played F to E flat. Now, as you listen to music this week and forever, try to notice what intervals you're hearing. See if you can hear and recognize minor and major sevenths out in the wild. And keep practicing. The more you listen and practice, the better your ear will become. I hope you enjoyed learning all about minor and major sevenths. If you'd like even more practice with sevenths, be sure to grab our minor and major sevenths theory worksheets. We also have a free interval reference chart available in the Hoffman Academy store. Thanks for watching and learning with me, and see you next time.